No one asked me
What
to do...
were you grateful about?
No one asked me to do anything for my birthday, and I've been telling people no, I won't do anything on days I like for so long that for it to have finally worked itself out, and people just go, he's not going to do it.
Yeah, he's probably going to do what he wants to do. It's his birthday.
I don't want to party. I don't want to...
Your birthday's tomorrow.
Have you ever watched The Little Whorehouse in
If
Texas?
I stay here late enough, it will like turn into your birthday.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I know you're going to be sober, and I'm going to be getting into the crown at about 9:30 when I start slurring my words and talking dumb. You're going to go,
yeah, I have to be
this doesn't suit
gone.
my constitution anymore.
Were you talking about a little whorehouse?
Little Whorehouse in Texas, Dolly Parton.
Oh, I heard about
It's
it.
a movie. You're supposed to watch it. We'll watch it this weekend. But
it is your birthday weekend.
The mayor in the town is the king of not answering any question with any facts, and no one has any more information after a full conversation with him.
Uh-huh.
And he sets his hat on his head sideways, and at the end of his little speech, he turns so fast it drops on his head, and he splits out a scene.
Yeah,
That's me with commitment on days that I like. People are like, hey, just swing by Friday. Just swing by and have one beer. And but yeah, I'm not going to commit to that. You might not see me for another 2 weeks. I don't know what I got going on.
But I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my head real fast. And
I know that last time, and I'm going to tone down the confusing spice when I go to St. Anthony this time.
Surely.
But last time when I didn't have kids and I went to St. Anthony, I had fun.
Well, we put the free in Fremont County. I've been trying to tell people this, and I want to say this as well. All glory be to God.
Okay.
I can't tell you why, but I have to say that.
Cool. Next time you're driving down the road and heading this way out of Fremont County, what a guy ought to do is get a Mason, a Brandon Mason in a cowboy hat, and I mean Mason, first name, not Mason, last name, and get him swinging a rope and hook that welcome to Fremont County sign and see if you can't drag it just a little closer to down Blackfoot Way.
That's smart.
Yeah, if we could cut that drive to like 30 minutes instead of an hour.
Well, and from what I hear... If we take your Toyota, it'll drag the county all the way across state lines.
Yep, it will.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you don't want to show that off too often. It's real powerhouse.
Okay. Oh man, I got to freaking press the pedal on my pickup truck a couple times today and just fucking.
How was that?
It's fucking rocket ships. What it is, dude.
Nice.
Sorry, I did onomatopoeias.
That kind of sounded like a hybrid there.
Yeah, dude, it does sound... Well, it sounds like somebody whistling real loud, but that's because the exhaust leak didn't get fixed proper. Anyway, all glory be to God. No, I'm not sure.
Well, I mean, it's kind of a Braden accusation, right? To after I've fixed your truck, go, probably wasn't fucking right.
Here's what Tyler said.
But now I can't remember what we did with your exhaust. But didn't we do something?
Yeah, you fixed it. But you said it probably fixed it. I don't know. I'm not fucking with it anymore. I said, cool.
No, something broke.
There's an exhaust manifold.
There's something broke on it. Maybe a bolt.
What
did we do?
It was a spring. Nah, it wasn't a spring. Who cares anyway? I got way
obviously
more cool
you fucking diva. You want to bring it up in the middle of you make a shitty truck sound and get insecure, so you call out how I repaired your truck.
I wanted to make a joke and keep recording a podcast.
You weaponized emotion.
You got insecure, and then you had to hound on it for a long time so that I don't do that again. Well, guess what? I'm going to do it again in 5 minutes, dude, when you're least expecting it.
You weaponized emotion, and now I hate myself. Thank you for ruining my birthday.
Dude. Like me, if I weaponized emotion barely, that would throw you off your axis. Like every girl you haven't dated wasn't doing that 24/7.
I almost had a good birthday. Thank you, Braxton.
Now that is a solid chick move to be like, my birthday's tomorrow, and you already ruined it.
Dude, I think I woke Dalton up yesterday. I called him 3 times, and he answered on the third one. And I said, you ain't got no job, you fat bitch. Don't act like you're fucking sleeping. I said, you ignore my calls. I got nothing but time. And he's like, what do you want? I said, I was going to come to your house and drink a beer. And he said, oh, are you? I said, I don't know. Do you have any beer? And he said, I think I got a couple. And I said, all right, I'll see you in a minute, fucking fag. And then hung up while he was talking. And I just rode my motorcycle straight to his house. Yeah,
that's
we hung
a fun
out
friend
for a
to
bit.
have. I would like if my friends
right
did that every once in a while.
Yeah, I do.
And they have done it before. It's sick when it happens. When you said the deal about him sleeping, it reminded me of my own personal growth and how I stayed up late last night. Sorry about it. But regularly I'm in bed asleep by 10:30 and I'm up at like 7 every day. Right. And for a guy with no job, like getting up at 7 regularly, pretty impressive.
It is.
Because when I've not had a job before, I found it easy to stay up until 1 and sleep until 10.
I've commonly heard it referred to as being a fucking adult.
Yeah.
I think that's what's up.
Can't stay up late.
Yeah, I think after a while, the job part doesn't matter. You just start waking up when the sun comes up.
Yeah, you're right, huh? You do. I got it.
I'll tell you what, though. It is impressive that you do that without any kids.
See?
Because sometimes I have to remind myself when I get frustrated with Braden not liking to wake up in the morning, I think back to before I had kids and when I liked to not get up in the morning, when I could really sleep till like 10:30, 11.
Isn't that crazy? I haven't done that for a while. I'm trying to think. Probably like the last hangover. I can't really do it if I'm not hungover. Also, if you eat like 7 bowls of oatmeal between 8 and 10 p.m., you're going to wake up and shit like immediately. You don't get to sleep until 10, brother.
Story of my life, dude.
And I eat 7 to 10 bowls of porridge. Spoiler alert, everybody. I'm back on the porridge. So look out, dude.
I just had a thought about how fucking crazy it probably seems to girls that come and have a spend over with me. And we just have a chill, kind of stay up a little late night, do all our shenanigans, and go to bed. And then I wake up at the crack of 5:15 to run downstairs, and the fan turns on. And take a 5 a.m. shit because of the night before. She's probably like, "What the fuck?" Jalen asked. She said, "What do you want to eat this weekend?" And I said, "I'm easy. I'm like 3 eggs, 2 strips of bacon in the morning, and then just whatever for dinner, whatever's easy. Enchiladas. I can cook steaks, whatever." Mm-hmm. And she said, "Right on. So you're not a coffee guy?" And I said, "No, I love a hot cup of coffee in the morning, but that'll get my bowels to moving immediately. So unless you have 2 bathrooms, we're going to skip the AM.
Don't bring it to me in bed."
Yeah. So unless there's a gas station within walking distance, we're going to.
And
you're going to want to keep me off the coffee.
I must have just a gut of absolute steel because
all the semen you've swallowed over the years.
It's glued together in there and created an outer shell, a thick semen protective layer.
You finally sucked enough penis to gain power from it.
Oh. What's so strong about my belly is, I was going to say how I drink coffee, like I'll have a cup of coffee and smoke a cigarette and like not even get me that. It doesn't get me too bad. But what I like better is you talking about all the cum that's been in my stomach.
Same too. And don't worry, I'm not going to quit anytime soon, so you get plenty of it. But that's because you're not on the alcohol. The alcohol is not our friends when it comes to the stomach.
Oh, yeah.
That's where the fucking morning... Because once I was off the alcohol, even pigging out at night, like I could go, ooh, things are bad, and have an hour before I had to hit the shitter.
Can I tell you about this morning's?
I shit in my pants a little bit and all over a bathroom camping last year because I couldn't hold it for the half a mile it took me to get to the bathroom. In a pickup. We weren't walking, you know.
Yeah, it was 40 seconds.
Yeah, I could have shit through a screen door.
This morning's poop was indoors because we got a leak in the black tank. Nice. So a little RV camper talk for you RVers out there. So I can't use it. I'm going to let it dry out so I can repair it with some JB Quick.
But I've also kind of wondered, because if it's me, I go, fuck emptying in a black tank. I'd just walk in and shit in his house all the time.
Kind of. He doesn't have a bathroom fan in any bathroom, I think, except for his bedroom one. And that's
you go to the Family Dollar. You get that Hawaiian breeze.
Yeah, and I spray it up in there. I bought matches to leave in there when I was pooping there.
And
listen,
you can just leave the door open with no fan and no spray. And when he goes, what the fuck, say, get a fan, would you? No one likes this. I'll hand you tools and hold a light while you put it in.
Yeah, sure. But it's a strange feeling sneaking into somebody's house to shit, just like when, and you go, maybe they're awake. Maybe they're making breakfast for the whole family. Maybe they're fighting. Maybe they're having sex. You go, like, somebody's got a whole life they're living, and I'm just crawling into their basement to shit. So that doesn't sit well with me. Nice. But I did it this morning because I have no choice. And, brother, what came out of me was a frickin' 2-foot long solid log.
SL. I thought you were about to say you did a little spackle job on the toilet.
No, it was amazing. And I go, B-Train, you stay up late eating trail mix and fucking...
You catch me on dairy, on anything milk, cereal, or ice cream related from 8 to 10. Really? I'm Spackletown, USA every morning. That'll never... Oh, yeah.
I had a bowl of cereal.
I take on board any milk. The next shit's a problem. I don't know what that means for me.
Well, that's because the milk we're drinking nowadays ain't good for anybody. Everybody's allergic to it. It's not real milk.
I switched milk because of you.
What'd you start getting?
Whole milk.
Oh,
you
so
belittled me for 2% once.
As you should be. It's not. It's.
And then I had
healthy.
to ask myself, I said, no, 2% is what we get. And then I started thinking about it. And I asked around and confirmed. We all just get whatever milk our mom or dad got when we were growing up.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and we don't think about why. Because my mom always said, you don't need whole milk. It'll make you fat. Guess what, Mom? Drank 2% my whole life. I'm still fat as fuck. What was that about? The fuck are you talking about? Jesus Christ. So then you belittled me, and I was like, so I've been missing out on whole milk this whole time.
Well, here's what I can say is it's people are under the misapprehension that the macronutrients they get from their food, macronutrients being the fat,
I like to drink the milk straight from the bull.
Or are you talking about like a male cow? Like you're talking about the milk that comes out of their cock?
Yeah, on some Cinnamon Toast Crunch, some Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios, dude.
That is funny. Yeah, it's just it's a little thicker. It's more of like a syrup kind of breakfast.
I hate you. That makes me gag. That's how straight I am.
Me too. It's some work getting it, but
that was so fun for a while. Being all filthy again, like the old days. I figured since it's your birthday weekend, I'd just let you steer the ship. I went, we're going to talk about cum a lot.
Yep. I think so.
Brother.
That's fun for me. What?
This might be our 52nd episode. Unless we did it and I didn't know. But I think this is our year verse 52 weeks.
Yeah, we're killing it.
I mean, we've taken weeks. But 52 episodes is a year's worth of episodes.
Yeah.
It is a milestone.
We fucking killed it.
How do you feel about it?
Well, it's just talking. It's just a couple guys sitting down and talking. And the crazy part about that is when I get on Spotify and go to look for just a couple of guys talking, all my super smart, know everything, know it all fucking fag-ass friends, none of them dipshits have a fucking podcast. So eat a bag of shit, you fucking losers. If you have ever called me about a mechanical question, shut the fuck up, like, and subscribe.
Thank you.
You're basically my kid.
Like this video, like this audio.
Yeah. And if you don't, I'll take back all that stuff I just said. If you just give it a like or share, do something.
And we'll just keep talking.
Yeah, because that's all it takes.
Okay, let me tell you about easy water.
God damn, it's just a couple of guys talking. Braden, I fucking explained to you how to do things. I know what you could do on a microphone, you fucking asshole. Jesus Christ. Oh, and speaking of everyone that didn't know, is off the market. He is fully engaged in love and living his best life, happier than he's ever been. So shout out Braden. I told him earlier on the phone, I said, hey man, so do you just want me to hold on to that groomsman flask that's in my center console and I'll just use a white paint marker and I'll write 25 instead of 24. Save you $15 on the next round. So anyways, that's what we know about that. I still can't believe
first Crown and Coke?
Second.
Okay.
I still can't believe that the bolts I left loose in his rear differential haven't come apart yet. I didn't think he'd make it past billing.
Well, he hasn't towed anything too heavy.
That's fair.
So when he hooks onto a trailer is when we're going to find that out.
I think so.
And what I can tell you about is exclusion zone water, easy water.
Okay.
Exclusion zones form when like two seas meet each other, and there's like that weird water in the middle.
Yep.
That's got a different makeup than other water. That is, I think, the water that's in between our cells. Because we're 80% water, right? Mm-hmm. And our cells are made up mostly of water also. So when UV light...
So I'm basically not an alcoholic. I'm way more water than I am alcohol.
That's exactly right. Now
fucking take that as well, Mom.
Listen. We'll go after your mom here in just a second. But first, so when UV light hits water in the exclusion zone water, it creates 13% of the EZ becomes what's called the coherent domain. What's the coherent domain do? It releases 1 million electrons, free electrons, that are used by the cell to fuel their biochemical processes.
Now, does anyone get to write off those electrons they're giving away?
Well, they're not.
That seems like a lot of...
They're not being given
tax write-offs being wasted.
They're not being given away fully.
I bet now when Tyler hears this episode, he'll figure out how to get it as a write-off.
True. He is the one to ask about that. So, how many biochemical processes occur in the cell every second?
I would guess somewhere around 126.
100,000. So
I was close.
Listen, think about this.
You didn't let me finish. I was going to say 126,000.
I knew you were. I was hoping. Yeah. So think about how many cells are in your body, like a lot of them, right?
200? It's like The Price is Right. I'm gonna go with one, Bob.
At least one cell.
Yep.
That's 100,000 biochemical processes per second per cell. Mm-hmm. And partially fueled by UV light entering the easy water and being turned into DC electric current, electrons.
So how does this apply to humans? Do we drink this water?
This is very important. This is how the biochemical processes of our cells are fueled. Is by this light. Now, thank you for asking that question. Our cells emit ultra weak UV light all the time, right? Mm-hmm. Remember I told you that? More UV light than the sun inside our bodies. So that light that's being emitted is going to enter that easy water and ultimately become electrons. So that's like a self-fueling system, right?
Nice.
That's how our bodies are designed. Well, it runs off the sunlight through our eyes. Now, here's the one other thing, and then I could drop it. This is what's super crazy about this, and this I just thought of myself. I don't know what any of it means. But bacteria emit 10,000 times more UV light than cells.
Okay.
You know about our gut biome. You remember hearing all about that, and the bacteria in your gut, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
If there's easy water in there, which there has to be because it's a biome, those bacteria are emitting tons of light and making tons of energy. And tons of electrons that are fueling tons of processes. And so it makes sense. I went, oh, okay, so all this shit about light, that explains why the gut biome is so important. Because of what's going on. If bacteria is emitting 10,000 times the light that a cell is, whatever they're doing in the gut biome, we probably have no idea about because it all has to do with light, and we're barely understanding this. But I'll bet it's fucking off the charts.
So I don't know how to apply anything you just said into my day-to-day life,
but
I'll tell you, you sounded good.
Did it sound good?
It sounded nice. Okay. It sounded like you knew what you were talking about. I was looking for one opportunity to see you stumble so I could really get in there and try and rattle your cage. You were pretty smooth. You know what you're talking about.
When I talk about this, people seem to like be in. I thought about this today. I went, nobody cares about physics. Why are they interested in it when I'm talking about it?
I think the thing that was holding me into it is I was waiting for the part where how it apply. Like,
I'll tell you, dude. So
where the information becomes useful.
Here's the protocol. We've talked about neuropsin on the eye. That's just cool stuff about the internal workings. Yeah. I could talk forever about neuropsin being a photoreceptor on the eye and how melanin.
We all appreciate that you don't.
Turns UV light into DC electricity in the brain, neuromelanin. Here's what I will say: the protocol. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is you go outside.
Tan your taint.
You go outside. You face east, and as little clothes as possible. You go outside. You face the sun. You put like the Sphinx, dude. You put all 4 fucking patties on the ground. You do your stretches, you do your meditation.
I love when you call them patties.
Thanks.
That's fun.
You do your gratitude, you do whatever you're doing, but you see that fucking sun first thing in the morning because the neuropsin is a photoreceptor on your eye. It tells your suprachiasmatic nucleus in your hypothalamus how to set your circadian clock. It's morning time. What happens at that time while all that's going on? Your body starts regenerating melatonin.
Okay.
Melatonin, the nighttime hormone, right? If you don't take it, everybody stop.
Sometimes I just take like 8 gummies in the morning and just see how the day goes.
Melatonin gummies,
yeah, just get foggy.
So the sunlight,
0 THC, high melatonin.
We got to get off the melatonin.
You know, Daniel Hay gives me a long spiel about how it is just absolutely insane that people are putting that melatonin gummies in their fucking body because it's so unregulated with how much melatonin you're actually getting. And I said, of all the things, as we're sitting here splitting a fifth of alcohol, you're going to go, I can't believe these crazy people giving kids melatonin.
Yeah, and you don't even know
I'll give them a Benadryl to shut them fucking kids up.
But also melatonin.
I draw the line at Xanax, like any more than an eighth of a Xanax, and that's too much for kids.
Per pound.
Yeah.
An eighth of a Xanax per pound. So like your 30-pound
Gunner,
kid.
healthy 12-year-old kid, he could do a full Xan bar.
Yeah,
no
maybe 2 Xannies.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't be going to his mom's that night. He'll be a little loopy.
He's like, if I knew y'all made plans, I wouldn't have popped the Xannies.
He just immediately starts singing Kid Cudi and Wiz Khalifa. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing over there?
He's getting cool.
Yeah. He puts earphones on, but the cord's just hanging, not plugged into anything.
That's actually kind of sad to think about. This is 13-year-olds are doing Xannies.
Oh, this is fun information that I get to share on the pod. Because people sometimes make jokes about my son getting older and what age he's getting to. Walk in his room the other day, and I'm sitting there chatting with him. And what I'm doing is getting a feel for the room, looking at how messy it is.
Be sure to keep that microphone about a fist away from your face.
It was. And I think you were a little out of pocket for that. You were just talking to talk. But back to the important stuff, the meat and potatoes. So I walk in his room, and what he doesn't know is I'm looking around deciding how deep am I going to make him clean this room. Is it time? When do we do the bedding last? I'm just kind of getting a feel for it while I'm small chatting him. Mm-hmm. Then I look in his closet, and over on the floor, I go, that looks like my blue lotion for my tattoos. And I said, Gunner, why is there lotion in your closet? Mm-hmm. And he said, oh, I don't know. It's just, and he holds up the driest hands a guy ever did see to show me that he uses them for his hands. And I looked at him and smiled and said, stay the fuck out of my lotion, huh? So I think he's cranking it.
I think he's cranking it.
Yeah. And fuck's sake, put it back. Jesus Christ. I sleep 8 hours a night religiously. Pick one fucking minute of that 8 hours to go put the shit back in the bathroom.
That had to get tough when you got off the booze and stopped.
Which part?
Well, I mean for him, sneaking about. Because you were probably just a big old bear.
Yeah, but I always was even before the booze. Growing up, when I sleep, I'm fucking...
You're a bear.
I'm out. Until I heard you... Like, when I laid down and fell asleep in your camper... Mm-hmm. I didn't wake up, hear nothing, not once until I heard your alarm go off and then you rustling around.
Cool.
Usually once. Sometimes it'll take me a minute to fall asleep, but once I do, there's no someone moves something on the counter and I go, what are you doing?
That's impressive. So you're like a bear. Would you consider yourself a furry?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Do bears come a lot? Because I come a lot.
You do. I was hoping I could make it to half an hour before having to have a cigarette.
You don't have to.
We only made it to 22 minutes.
Yeah, it's my birthday pod. You smoke a cigarette. We're not going to do the trying to be polite to other people thing on my birthday weekend.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to do what we want to do.
True, and I wasn't saying that as if it was some sort of idea.
No, the next time you put off a cigarette, I'm going to kill myself on this podcast.
Well, I was doing this to explain.
No, so that's what you want? Is that what you're saying? I was going to
smoke a cigarette. It's if you want to fight about it.
Do you think if I kill myself, Tyler will write me off on his taxes later?
Obviously. He pinches pennies.
I hemmed up, dude. I can't believe how many times you just said the N-word after you paused. That's fucking insane.
Should we listen back to any of it just to see if we sound
Well, you didn't get all those N-words, so what does it matter?
We never heard a single wave.
Are we recording?
Oh, yeah.
Penis. Sex.
Okay, we did it. We're back.
Nice.
Everything's cool.
So did you edit out all those N-words you said or no?
Listen, dude, this morning I totally got your ass when I said I'll put my cock in your ear on the phone. And then you said, anyway, what's up? And I said, oh, I'm just sitting here with the lady at New Accounts at the bank. I'm just
after you said that, I immediately took a Blue Chew or a Viagra. I can't remember what it was. And then after I got erect, I slammed my penis in the bathroom door repeatedly until it went away. So, yeah. That's the kind of shit we're doing over here.
And it's a Thursday.
Yeah, I'll fucking show you, Braxton.
Oh, but your birthday's tomorrow. Which that makes sense. Cause
my birthday is tomorrow?
Around my birthday, I also usually will find myself with an erect penis just being fucking slammed into a door.
Yeah, I got some gas station boner pills, and I've just fucking ain't no door safe in this house.
You ever use them as a suppository?
That's the only way I'll take any pill.
Okay.
And it's uncomfortable when you go to the doctor and they just want to give you an ibuprofen 800 and it's like, you can stay or you can get out, but that's going in my ass right now. I will take that one way and it's through my beehole, thank you.
Same way you drink alcohol.
Yeah. I wonder if you went to the right hospital, if you could just bend over and they would feed you your pills rectally like a baby bird. Like the nurse would with her mouth. So they call it boofing if it's cocaine. What do they call it if it's in the sake of health from a nurse?
If it was a
boofing
necessity,
in the name of,
if it was like this is the only way we can cure your terminal disease is like it has to be chewed up and mixed with the saliva of our hottest nurse.
Yeah. Hopefully they don't use a funnel.
Well, they don't. It's just
ride bareback, mama. No saddle. Get in there.
You're making me fucking feel icky again. But it would be male nurse only.
Catch
probably.
me at the hospital.
It'd only be male nurses.
Speaking of nurses, my sister's a nurse.
Would you let a male nurse chew up your life-saving drugs and spit it into your a-hole?
Oh, yeah. I don't discriminate.
Okay. On the record.
He can't fuck me.
Prove it.
No shit.
Anyway, sorry about that. I was just wondering.
Well, now you know.
Yep.
What else is new? We're going to get out in the drift boat once this weekend. We hope. This is the shitty thing. Like
the FTC.
Every year I go,
they made a ruling.
My birthday's on Memorial Weekend. That's so exciting. Every fucking year it rains and sucks.
Yeah, Memorial Day. This is when we always go get stuck. It's not worth it. Just hang out and have a good time at home. Sit under a blanket. Do a podcast.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Slam your dick in the bathroom door. Get a male nurse to spit pills in your ass.
The FTC has ruled.
You get the right male nurse, he'll bring his own pills.
You ever heard of the Federal Trade Commission?
Federal Trade Commission?
The FTC. Mm-mm. The Foxtrot Tango Charlie?
Nope.
That last one was all me.
Yeah.
Their ruling is in. And non-compete clauses, non-compete agreements are illegal. Can't do them anymore. I read it word for word on the website.
Information your dad wished he had 20 years ago.
A lot of people wish they had it, brother.
But here's two. Thanks for the job. Appreciate you.
0.76% of the workforce of the people that fall under this category are senior executives where they say this rule doesn't apply to them. They're still under a non-compete agreement. But like 99.3% of people, your non-competes are now no longer valid.
Sick as hell.
And you know what I thought when I heard that? So there's all sorts of political arguments for it, right? Because some people say that they're saying the reason they do this is because it frees up the worker. He can like go start businesses. It allows people, increases workers' wages and stuff, all this stuff. It's good for the worker. And when I heard it, I thought, oh, that's good because it seems like we need some balance because it seems like the corporation has a lot of power right now and the worker doesn't have so much power. It also
seems like a slippery slope because it's like if you come up with this game-changing idea and this game-changing thing that you came up with, you have to have help to make it happen, and it's better for the world if that thing happens. But you have to let some fucking dickhead at $18.50 an hour walk in and know your formula and go, "That's against the law. I'm going to go next door."
And that is the argument against it.
And then you go, "As soon as my wife leaves me, I'm going to fucking hit you with my car, you piece of shit."
Okay,
but probably 15 years later too, right?
Because that's the argument against it. That was very well done. Thank you for doing that.
I watch Fox News,
and I would say that that if the corporations didn't have all the power right now and things were different, I would be like, yeah, for sure. But right now, it seems like we need to balance the power out. But maybe two wrongs don't make a right. Let me say this.
Did you fucking hear that, Tyler? Non-compete ain't shit, motherfucker.
I can go turn wrenches in.
I'm going to open a new oil field company in the shop I work in now, and legally you can't do anything about it, is what Braxton just said.
Well, the FTC.
Yeah, or Braxton.
The Federal
You are the Federal Reserve, right? Is that what you're saying?
Federal Trade Commission?
Yeah. I don't hear a difference. I think we're saying the same thing and you're a little confused.
Dude, how bad was the roast of Tom Brady?
I got to tell you, I don't know if being connoisseurs, and you have to take into account that our group of friends is one of the funniest groups that has ever lived. So you mix that in with constantly staying up to date with the best of the best, the heaviest hitters. I mean, the funniest fucking comedian in the world right now, literally, was sitting in the audience. Shane Gillis would have fucking dominated. Tony Hinchcliffe was good. I love that.
It was amazing.
Him and Nikki Glazer is always the best.
Magic.
I fucking hate Jeff Ross. His jokes are corny. He's tacky as fuck. I don't enjoy a fucking bit of it.
Agree to disagree.
That's great that you've done 40 roasts. You fucking sucked at the first one and you still suck now. They only bring you up here so people can make fun of what a fat piece of shit
Jeff Ross does it for the love of the game. Did you watch Bumpin' Mics?
Jeff Ross is not funny. Jeff Ross is a fucking chode.
Jeff Ross is funny.
You could have done your first stand-up bit on that stage, still been funnier than that fucking waste of skin.
Not for a million years, dude.
He's phony. He's not authentic.
Couldn't be wronger.
He's a fucking sellout.
If you tried. I'll show you Bumpin' Mics.
Oh, yeah, but you're into Adam Carolla, so it makes sense that
I'm not into
a washed-up, shitty comedian that's not funny anymore is somehow still on your radar.
Because him in his golden era in the early 2000s on radio was the funniest voice in all of radio of all time.
Jeff Ross?
No, Adam Carolla. Now, Jeff Ross.
Oh, so you're lying about 2 comedians right now. Okay. I got a little lost in all your
And I was
shit.
thinking today, I was like, I wonder if that whole fight we got into back when we started this podcast was because of me on alcohol, or maybe if I listened back, we'd all go, oh, wow, Braxton was right all along.
I remember being so confused staring across from you. I was like, you're getting really upset? What I said made you feel conflicted, and it fucking pissed you off, and you were just like, you were not pleased about it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't, if you're going to keep getting that worked up, I can't just keep talking about it. And you were like,
alcohol, I don't have the tools to navigate that inner.
And I might also say,
what do they call it? Cognitive dissonance.
I've seen a lot of people when they go to drinking, and as soon as you hit beer 3, you got some fucking opinions.
Oh, yeah.
And you're not willing to, those aren't opinions that you're just willing to holster and let go to the wayside.
About sharing my truth.
You're like me when I start looking for whores when I get a couple Crown and Cokes in me. But you're just looking for the next set of ears that's about to catch some shit.
Not for a million years, dude.
Fuck yeah, you are.
You built this.
You're like, I got all these goddamn opinions and I can't fucking wait to share them.
You built this lie up in your head, dude.
And then you saw little old innocent me and you said, oh, I'm going to get drunk and bully him and call him a bad dad.
Yeah, dude, innocent you. Because we all know it. Gemini's never done anything wrong in his life. Yeah, fuck it.
Me? Nope. Yeah, just today I did everything.
Who, me?
Right.
A guy like me?
just today I did everything right. You should have been here.
Really? Another one?
Yeah.
Another day?
Well, they're just one after another.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't miss.
Stacking them up. And is the pride getting to you at all?
I was thinking today about pride.
Yeah.
And ego.
Oh, yeah? What'd you learn about it?
Well, I was just thinking about how I think that's the thing about the oil field that's so romantic to me, right? Is it's not... I was listening today to a boxer, and I can't remember what boxer that was just talking about the whole Mike Tyson and Jake Paul thing, and he was talking about how he had already accepted his fate, that he wasn't going to be some big famous millionaire, and he needed to start being happier with less and just living well within his means to have a happier lifestyle. And I got to thinking about just that whole thing he had said. And it's like, man, well, anyone could do it. Because realistically, if you think about it, if I wanted to give up parts of my lifestyle, I could make $40,000 a year and not be in the oil field. Yeah. And I got to thinking about it. And it's not so much the money itself, making the most money you can. It's the lifestyle. It's the camaraderie. It's the, I fucking leave home for fucking 3 weeks, pussy. Tell me how hard your 40-hour week at T-Mobile was, you fucking
Well, it's a noble profession.
Yeah. But most of us that do it are just kind of prideful, ego.
Sure. Yeah, and a lot of, there's that trope even.
The way that cops brag or anyone in the first responder, which I respect. This is
I don't respect them at all.
Great. And I love that.
Piss on them.
Okay. Sick. Unless they're on fire. But I think when I say this, people think that I'm like bashing cops or firefighters and shit. But it's also like, you're driving around with Back the Blue on your fucking back window and shit. That's the same as like me with a sticker American oil on American soil. Yeah. It's kind of like it's all just this big
We're all
like
a little bit gay.
Yeah. It is. It's like I put my fucking life on the line and you're like, yeah, well, you signed up for it.
Yeah.
And anyone with a
high
school degree can do it.
They wouldn't have hired you anywhere else. You tried the military. They said they wouldn't let you in, so you joined the police.
Yeah.
You were just
you did get into the military and you were so not good at that all you were was a military cop.
No
so you
kidding, dude. Or well, I think what it is it's like, I'm sorry that the injury happened on the field senior year, and I know that you were going places with that
you were D1 all
that
day.
Cannon of an arm. But now you're on the force, brother. And I know that...
And your kids don't respect you, and neither do I.
And maybe they would respect you if you spent more time with them, but every other weekend's not going to cut it.
We should make a distinction. Are we talking about city cops or county cops?
I
think we can all agree as a collective, state cops and DOT cops can eat our fucking asses, dude. We don't fuck with you clowns, and I swear to God, if I ever get an invisibility cloak, I'll knock that fucking stupid hat off your head.
100%, dude. I'll give you a fucking wedgie.
If I wasn't risking getting caught, I would handcuff you to your own car, and I would just take a dump in that fucking hat on your head.
Yeah, they can suck my dick like fucking a marble through a jar of peanut butter.
Maybe when we get done, we'll start doing orientation in the oil field, and when we get done with our 6-week program, we'll have a stupid fucking hat that everyone's so goddamn proud of. You fucking morons. You look like fucking idiots.
I know. Just hassle hardworking men all day, every day.
No shit.
That. It's why those women are in that profession.
I really want to, and I don't know if I'll ever have the balls to do this. If I ever do it, I want it to be on my motorcycle. Mm-hmm. But I really want to have the balls when a cop says, "Do you know why I pulled you over?" Say, I don't. Usually cops with small dicks pull me over, so what? I'd imagine it's something along those lines, because I don't think you can get in trouble for that.
Well, I think you probably could.
Well, he could make your life hell and give you some bullshit that would get dropped in court, obviously. But it's like, how fun would that be?
That'd be fun.
Because there's that video floating around on YouTube of the guy sitting in the passenger seat of his buddy's truck, and there's a cop standing there in the door, and they're running his info, and he starts taking a video, and he goes, "Hey, so I always wanted to be a cop too." The cop was like, "Yeah?" And he said, "Yeah." The cop goes, "What changed your mind?" And he goes, "Oh, I wasn't gay." And even the cop laughed. It's like, you got to be a cop with a good spirit.
That's nice. You saw that on TikTok.
You know why I pulled you over? No, it was on YouTube. This is old. This is probably a 10-year-old video.
Really?
Yeah.
You know that show?
And I think it was one of the guys that had a TV show, like one of the car building, either TV shows or channels.
Dude, who are those dudes on Discovery Channel that built Harleys?
Indian Larry. Well, there was West Coast Choppers. It was Jesse James, right? And then he had a build-off with Indian Larry. What the fuck did you just say?
Discovery Channel, bruh. With the freaking...
Did you say fuck Indian Larry? I can't. I'm not going to be able to get past this. That's not going to work for me.
Fuck Jesse James, fuck Indian Larry. Who's the mother...
Do you know how Jesse James got famous?
Big white mustache.
Oh, fuck the Tuttles. Fuck those faggots. That's Orange County Choppers.
Orange County Choppers?
Yeah, that's Paul Sr. and Paul Jr.
Yeah.
Fuck both those clowns.
Yeah. And they got famous memes now.
Yeah, they're fucking... They're gay.
We watched that in my home growing up.
They call their style of choppers is that style of choppers, right? That's like the big dogs with big engines, small tanks, don't go far. When Jesse James and Indian Larry are talking about choppers, they're talking like a kickstart shovel head in an old frame with still a 2-gallon tank on it. Like it's
exclusionary zones, water, coherent domain, a million free electrons.
Yes, 100%. But yeah, they're the shit. But the Orange County chopper guys are they're fucking homos.
Well, walk me through it. Hold on. Shovelhead.
Jesse James got famous for making a fucking rear fender. He hammered out rear fenders in his garage because people started doing... This is when the wide back tire phase started taking over that became the style of choppers that you see on Orange County choppers. Uh-huh. So Jesse James started hand-making rear fenders in his garage. Cool. And he started selling them for a good chunk of profit to the point of where he started doing that full-time. Because he got a guy, I think, he got like 100 fender order. And so he quit his job, hired one guy, and was doing that. And then the guy wanted him to drop his price, and he said, "Fuck you." Or no, they went to make a deal on it for, I think, $100,000 order. Uh-huh. And Jesse James said, "My one condition is there has to be a brass tag that says West Coast Choppers on the inside of every one of those fenders. You can't see it unless you take it apart, but my tag has to be on it." And the guy said, "Abso-fucking-lutely not. I'm paying you for the fenders, and they're going on these bikes. I'm not. I'm reselling these, and I'm not going to sell them with your name on them." So the guy took one of the fenders he had already bought, sent it to China, and they couldn't recreate it the way that he did. And the same guy came back, and he got his first big deal.
Sick.
Yep, and so then he was doing the TV shows and a bunch of other shit. And then Walmart came to him and wanted to make a deal, which was, I think it was $60 million the first month. And he said he called his friend Kid Rock and said, "What would you do?" And he said, like, all his financial advisors. He said that was before Walmart had any branding deals. They didn't sell name brand anything. And I think he got 30 feet of shelf in every Walmart and Hot Topic.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And that's when he made like $60 million the first month, and everything changed. Mm-hmm. Yep. So he called Kid Rock. Kid Rock said, "That's fucking badass. I wish I did something they could sell in Walmart."
Mm-hmm. Shit, man.
Made a deal and never looked back. Then he fucked those strippers, and Sandra Bullock left him and took their adopted kid. But
oh, he was with Sandra Bullock.
An old drunk man once told me, "You hang outside of a barber shop long enough, your ass will end up getting a haircut. So if you go to a strip club and do cocaine and alcohol, sometimes you fall into a stripper." We know this. Shout out. Sorry. Wish things would have worked out.
It happens to the best.
I could still be married if it wasn't for that very thing that I just talked about. You do blow You drink, you fuck a stripper. You can't. It just goes.
You and Jesse James, dude. Mm-hmm. But you get on
your
Harley
basically
and you
Jesse
ride
James.
off into the night.
Yep.
I get it, man.
Yeah, it sounds good, but then you just end up at another strip club. More cocaine. More shenanigans. Get me off the carousel. I'm done. Fuck's sake.
Punch my ticket.
Get me the fuck out of here.
That's fun, man.
That was too. This might be the best pod we've had in a while.
Yeah, it is.
It's hot. It's a hot cast.
It is a hot cast.
And you know what I fucking realized?
What?
I would not want to say things on here that sound like I'm ripping off Matt and Shane. Mm-hmm. But then I realized, fuck those assholes. Yeah. When I listened to their earlier episodes, it was the same thing. It was them just talking about shit and people that they idolized.
Yeah.
I heard Matt last week. I wish I could remember what comedian it came from, but he directly referenced exactly what someone else said in a podcast. And I was like, we're on track.
Yeah, you start noticing it. Mm-hmm. I'm fully with you. Yeah, we are the kings. Oh, man. Why don't we just take a break?
I love that.
We're doing nice 20-minute segments, and it's only going to get better and fucking better. That is some good popcorn.
Yeah.
Now.
It is, too. That's why I came. What?
You want to hear about Dr. Phil?
T-Bone says, call him when you get off the pod.
Who, me?
Mm-hmm. He said, just tell B to call me once you guys off the pod. Ain't nothing pressing.
Cool. Well, I'm glad you interrupted.
He's in the zone. He's talking like a rapper. He's doing good today. Once he starts talking like that, he's probably got a headset near him. Some grub. And I told him, too, when we talked about... When I texted him today and said, yeah, Braxton is riding up with me, I said, so we probably ought to cook out that night. And,
that's fun. Well, we ran into a brick wall, but I'm glad that you decided
I said if Dustin didn't shove all the produce up his ass that he bought while he was out there, if there's some leftover nanners, you can make some cookies. And he said, nope, he definitely got to all of them, but I can get some nanners and make some cookies.
Dude, those nanner cookies, huh?
It's just the funniest thing. Of all things Tyler does, you never expect it. And then Dustin leaves 3 bananas around, and Tyler goes, God damn it, I got to make cookies, and just whips up a batch.
I got an inkling to bake. How fun.
You little Betty cocksucker.
He's the king.
Crocker. What did they say? Betty cockfucker?
What did they call her?
I don't know. But I know she made stuff.
I never met her.
Me hard. What?
Thanks for taking this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Taking care of it.
That is what it is.
I'm eating popcorn with butter and salt.
Yeah, that's awesome. And for all the listeners, this isn't a video pod. He's shoving the popcorn up his ass.
Mm-hmm. So that's the only way I eat it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Here's what I want to tell you about, dude.
And I pre-chew the popcorn, spit it back into his bowl, and then he inserts. Mm-hmm. So it's a real... We got a real assembly line going here.
That's the only way we can cure my autism.
Mm-hmm. Read a self-help book about popcorn in your ass.
Well, let me tell you this. A fellow by the name of Dr. Phil. First name Doctor, last name Phil.
Now, Frank, listen to me.
You do know.
You're not a monster. Okay. You're only a monster when you're drunk. And we'll be right back.
Okay, so you do know. You know, I thought yesterday, oh, wow, I think me and Dr. Phil have the same credentials. Like, we both just read shit, probably read some books and thought we were doctors. But, so Tyler tells me that on the Joe Rogan Experience, Dr. Phil's telling a story where apparently people are doing a new hilarious practical joke, swatting, like you swat somebody, which is you call in like a bomb threat or something and get SWAT to show up. And then, like, you know, you just do that anonymously to, like, fuck with... The joke is SWAT shows up at your fucking door. Uh-huh. So Dr. Phil is saying this happened to him, like, 6 times within the first 3 months this year. His team fucking traced one back, and it was like a Russian bot, I think. And does that not make you go, it's all fucking fake, dude? Like, SWAT showing up at your house because of a computer calling a 911 somewhere, like...
Which makes me... This is what I sit and wonder when you bring this up. Is that with actually no information or proof of anything happening, we can assemble a SWAT team and head to a house. 5 days... Well, last weekend, 6 days ago, I was driving past Cal's Collectibles on Highway 91. There's 2, I would guesstimate, 12 to 13-year-old young men smashing all the fucking windows out of all the old cars behind his place. So I call the cops. after the rigmarole we had with dispatch, figuring out what words mean, the cops get caught up to me. I tell them where the kids are, and so they go do their thing. I go park the tow truck, and I get in my Toyota. I meet the cop back over because he said, I'm trying to figure out which windows they broke. And it's like, oh, I don't remember where we met, that line of cars with all the windows smashed. Anyways.
Those ones.
Yep.
So he gets out his magnifying glass.
So I meet him there, and I said, did you find him over there? And he said, no, we haven't found him yet. And I was like, well, goddamn, that sucks. It's bullshit that Cal's just going to have to pick up the cost of all that. These are classic cars. We're talking 60s power wagons, a couple of square body Chevys, some Studebakers. These aren't...
It's a miscarriage of justice.
Yeah. So I tell the boys, I said, let's go cruise around for a second before we go home. And I see these little cocksuckers heading into the movie theater. Yeah. They'd put a winter coat and a ball cap on.
Shoot,
Same
dude.
clothes.
Never see them now.
So I called dispatch back, and I say, hey, I just watched these fuckers that smashed the windows walk into the movie theater, and I'm almost certain nothing happened.
Right
and
on.
It was like, the things I've seen, someone gets pulled over for a DUI or possession of marijuana in this town, there's 6 fucking city cops on the fucking call and in a goddamn hurry. I did all the motherfucking legwork to catch these little cocksucking fuckers, and I said, I'll go to court. I watched those fuckers smash the window on that square body.
Yeah, put me in, coach.
Yeah.
We just want justice.
And nothing happened. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here?
It's, dude, well, the
couple of cops show up and look at some old cars like, oh, fuck. And it makes me want to go, if those cars were sitting behind the chief of fucking city police's fucking house and someone saw the windows get smashed, would have been a completely different outcome. They showed up, didn't give a fuck, took a half-assed report and just, oh, well, it is what it is. Like, what the fuck are we doing here?
Well, also the state is insane with some of its ideas because I went to a farmer's market in Boise, Idaho 2 weeks ago, the state's capital.
Oh, so you are gay.
And they say, wait.
Got him.
And they are selling beer in the can. And the lady says, you got to wait till you get home to drink it, though. And I thought, yeah, imagine if the government allowed its adult citizens to have fun on a Saturday at a farmer's market. Like, how horribly this could go wrong. Yeah. And I went, oh, this place sucks. This isn't what we're about.
But you got to keep in mind it's the people that ruin it, you know? It's those kids that were smashing the windows out growing up to be the people that buy the beer and then drink it and go fucking do shitty stuff.
Well, in this case, it's all the whites. It's all the annoying whites that don't let other people drink.
And we're white, so we can say it. Fuck you, you white trash motherfuckers. You
they don't let other people drink. You know what else I asked a Hispanic man, one of my best friends? I said, I heard that Mexicans really hate their own people. And he said, oh, yeah, dude. And I said, oh, wow, okay. So confirmed.
Hell yeah. That's awesome.
That's just something
I just like open hatred, I think. It doesn't even have to do with race. Just tell me you hate someone so I can relate to you.
Equal opportunity abuser.
We could do that this weekend. We could go sit at like a really busy Walmart and just watch people walk in and out. Talk about how much we hate them. Make fun of their
shapes
lives
and
up. Sizes, yeah.
I'll do a whole rom-com with you this weekend.
I remember when I was younger,
we can go
sitting in the back seat of the Suburban with my dad in the driver's seat. He'd drop Mom off at the door, and she'd go do her shopping. And we'd sit there. This is pre-smartphones. So a hefty gal would walk out of the Walmart, and he'd go, God damn, she ate all the hot dogs while she was in there. just say the funniest things you ever did here.
That's so fun. Those are core memories you get with your old man.
They were, too. But what do you do, you know?
Eat popcorn.
Makes you wonder what the days were like before all this technology. And you had to ask other citizens for help. I bet things were such a more
That's what we're doing. I got rid of the smartphone. I went to the flip phone. And I'm back on the smartphone
which is real convenient because then you just call people with a smartphone and have them look things up for you.
Oh, so nice. But then I get to connect with people. My point is, I took this device that's like super hyper communicative. I can communicate with anybody. It's got all these fucking things about it that make it easier to connect with people. And I said, fuck that. And I went with the one that can only just call and text, and it's just dumb and it flips open. And then it turns out that I had more deeper, longer lasting connections with the flip phone when I like interacted with people on it.
Makes it nice.
Isn't that ironic?
But it makes you wonder how far you can revert and still stay in touch with reality. Because as things progress, we can fucking hang on as long as we want, but eventually it's like, hey, you don't know anything that's happening. You're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. There's a school shooting, and we're just down by the river fishing going, fucking what?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's fine with me.
Yeah, there's not. It wasn't at my camper, was it? And they're like, no, it wasn't. All right, cool. I'm just going to go home then.
Things are changing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to pump the brakes on all this technology bullshit.
You think so?
People were waking up. It's not sustainable.
Fuck, I woke up today, dude. What? It's fucking Thursday. Wow.
We might be in the middle of a cognitive de-evolution with all this artificial light. 1879 is when the light bulb came out.
Mm-hmm.
When they came out with the light bulb. And after that's when you start seeing Alzheimer's, dementia, fucking heart disease, obesity.
Yeah, well, also, I think at the same time, people actually started living full lives.
I know people say that,
they weren't dying off at 35 or 40 anymore.
We got to look this up because...
Well, you could, but...
I don't think they were dying at 30 or 40.
Dumb.
Because here's what happened. Those statistics are skewed because back then, like, fucking half the babies died at childbirth. So everybody lived to be zero. Or, like, you know, your kids died in accidents all the time.
Well, I think back then the doctor had a little bit of control. So when one came out a little...
wonky.
If he knew it was a bad egg, he'd go, didn't make it.
Accent. I'll tell you this. Wish you wouldn't have interrupted me just there.
Yeah, me too, but we're already here. So you want to fuck or no?
You and me?
You can't fuck the kids.
No, you can't.
I guess we can fuck the dog.
Legally.
Yeah.
She's my dog.
Yeah, I think you can legally fuck your dog on a Thursday. I think that's the rules.
Probably not in this fucking state.
Yeah, don't do it around the city cops. Jesus Christ.
I know it's kind of gay. All right, I'll chill on the popcorn, dude.
Why?
So I can focus. Listen.
So your ass is full? Fucking the dog. Fucking each other.
Fake?
Yes,
Dr.
the
Phil
blue
got
light.
swatted.
People starting to live older.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there's a statistic out there for, like, average life expectancy 100 years ago if you made it to, like, 12 years old.
Sick.
Because if you get through this most dangerous part, like childbirth and all that, make it 12, then I think they have, like, more normal life expectancies, like in their 60s maybe.
Oh, cool.
That's the stat I'm looking for because that is the number one thing I think when I go, well, the reason we have all these new diseases is because people are old finally for the first time ever. But I don't think they're old for the first time ever because Benjamin Franklin lived to be 88 goddamn years old. Teddy Roosevelt was in his, like, almost 70, I think.
Sick as hell.
Like, there's dudes live long all the time.
I don't think I'm going to go past 40. I think even if I got to do it
I know,
myself.
dude. I think about it every day.
Checking out. I'm on the last decade, dude. Get ready for some fun. Think I'm leaving things for people? I ain't leaving nothing but debt.
Really? You're going to start spending.
Oh, yeah.
The 30s are...
Yeah, the last month we're going to run plumb out of in-store credit.
Smart. Yeah, I think about that. But, you know what's cool is by the time you're 40, you'll climb up that little peak, and then you'll be like, oh, wow, it's so pretty, and then the clouds will part, and there'll be another climb.
Stay alive.
And you'll keep climbing.
That would be sick as hell, dude.
You have no idea how high you can fly.
I think people would expect that I'll die earlier. I don't think it's really...
You've always defied expectations. For instance, people expect you to be straight and like pussy.
Fuck no.
Couldn't be further
Big,
from
hard, throbbing cock.
Couldn't be
There's
further.
nothing like a juicy, just vacuum hose looking uncircumcised
Lousy with veins.
little anteater sniffing around. Come here.
Oh.
Ow.
I'm a piranha.
Get out of me. I'm going to throw up.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so being gay is cool. I'd like to be gay more, but I don't. I don't know if you've been on. I actually downloaded the Facebook dating, and I call that Marketplace now. And I just look for other gay men.
Find anything good?
About what you'd expect to find on Marketplace.
Bruh. I wish I could go on some more dates.
Ugh, I bailed on one yesterday.
Yeah. They're not for everybody.
I just have a hard time.
Apparently they're not for me because I'm not going on any.
Same. I always romanticize with the idea of it. I think it'd be fun that it gets here and I go going into public with you, a stranger. Get me out. I'm done.
We'll get uncomfortable sometimes.
Yeah, but then I just get on Facebook and find men to fuck.
And isn't that way easier?
So much easier. Sometimes it hurts, though.
Tyler said if you just started looking for guys, you could probably find somebody to be in love with. I said, but I don't like penis. He said, what about you?
Maybe
Nancy?
you're like Chris DiStefano. He said he falls in love with men, but he fucks women.
Amen, partner. Mm-hmm. Amen. He goes, what about Yancey? I go, I've never told him. It could never work.
Why?
I can't live in an environment that with a fuse that short. It's too dangerous.
You couldn't.
I can't.
You couldn't.
I couldn't.
Not in that capacity. We could spend every day all day together and it'd be fine. But as soon as like you fell under my umbrella of responsibility as a spouse, just immediate.
Don't know why you assume it'd go that way.
You're
but
one of the kids. Well, I think you know why we'd assume that. Someone's going to have to fix the truck and get us home, right? Jokes are great, but they don't really fix shit. So someone's going to have to be the big kid.
Jokes are great. Thank you for pointing that out.
Dad number 2's in the truck, spiraling out. I'll change the tire.
Okay, well, anyway, maybe it could work. Good point. What are you saying?
That it could work.
I'm not going to try, but...
Why?
Don't like penis.
I took that Viagra for nothing.
No, you can still slam it in the door later.
Got a sweet bathroom door lurking around.
No,
Dude, what a life.
Penis.
I did so much shit that stays off. Got a bunch of shit done. Shut it down when I'd had enough of it and was getting stressed.
Amen, partner.
Get along with Wade's mom real good right now. So that's nice.
Isn't
That's
that
sweet.
a big load off your shoulders?
It is. It's nice.
Remember when the wintertime was dark and we were just dealing with all that stress?
That was a rough go.
Can I remind you of something?
You can.
It's springtime.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do in the springtime? We plant.
Blossom?
We plant.
Plant first, then blossom.
Mm-hmm. So, I was thinking about this today with my mom because she wants to get plugged into a church, start taking the grandkids to church.
Dude, that'd be sick as hell.
And she's been like off it or putting it off, but wants to do it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, Mom, remember, it's springtime. You plant now, this is it. Like, this is our opportunity.
It'll grow.
We will have a bountiful harvest.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that is a neat way to put it.
Thank
so
you.
we're gay and we're going to church. Is that what the last 5 minutes covered?
well, you're gay.
Oh, shit. Wow. I mean, come on, if either of us is gay,
I'm
it's
bisexual,
you by
dude.
far. Look at your jewelry.
By far, indeed, dude. I might be a bisexual king. I'm certainly not
Are
gay.
you living vicariously? I still laugh about how dumb it was that I said that for 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Maybe more.
And also how dumb the people are around me that it never got corrected.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. They're probably like, here he goes them book words again.
That's crazy. It took a little retard like me to stumble in and say, I'm actually...
It's autistic. Fucking hard R in it.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Respect. It should say hard R.
RSBCT.
Respect. Your tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Got it.
You know the one?
Yeah. Sick. Sick as hell. What now? You're going to have to say the N-word or
It's crazy how long this thing's taken, huh?
Uh-uh. I just don't think we're taking off on anything yet. I think you're hitting a little recharge.
I like to recharge. That's true.
Mm-hmm. And how do you do that? You put your penis to the tip of your nose?
That's crazy how we're famous for that. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Are we?
People bring it up on a regular basis.
Do they really?
I have 2 times in the last... This
Was
month.
that Jimothy Bag Spudwell or whatever we call him?
Timmy John Spudwell.
Timmy John
Shout out.
Timmy
2
John.
times this month. I've had people say like, well, you put that penis to the tip of your nose. Maybe it was Clayton. I accidentally talked like him just now.
Yeah, hey, fucker. Oh, shit. I forgot to call him back. I need to do that. If you're hearing this, Jake Clayton, I'll call you back tomorrow.
Yo.
I just listened to his voicemail on repeat for 10 minutes and laughed and then felt like I had a connection with him.
You
and
just start
moved
doing
on.
your business from the pod.
Yeah.
You say, by the way, that account at Big O, don't worry, I know the check's in the mail. I know that it was late this month. Sorry about that. It's in the mail.
Dude, I love that. I wonder if Andy will get on board with that with the rent.
Mm-hmm.
Bad news, Andy. Rent's going to be late.
Ellie.
She'll get it.
Fuck,
Spit it out. Jesus Christ, you're falling apart, dude.
I am.
Fucking busting at the seams,
We're getting
bruh.
close to the finish line. Sometimes I get tired.
Well, you said stone wrong, but whatever.
Dude. Thank you so much for teaching me that you can say that because
Get doink, daddy.
that was the only way I get to tell like this sweet girl that like I can't say call me dad. I'm not saying the word daddy to her
Why?
because she's so sweet and it could be crazy.
What girl? Is this the one you broke up with?
Yeah. But because
and then
of
immediately got stuck and made her spend 3 hours heartbroken listening to you.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You want to see socially uncomfortable, bitch?
Yeah,
Buckle
let's
in.
try it on.
Things just got bad.
But I rule. So it was fun to be with me and now that. But don't they know I'm in the middle of a damn story? Nope.
Hello. There's on the podcast. What up, G?
Oh, I totally forgot to call you back earlier.
What were you saying in that Snapchat about BYU something?
Oh, them motherfuckers. So I just went there for that graduation.
Yeah.
Them entitlement fucking cocksuckers and kids that go to school there. They just walk out right in front of you. Not even on a crosswalk, and they expect your ass to stop.
Those fucking bastards.
Well, motherfuckers. I mean, Jesus Christ. I was getting fucking bent out of motherfucking shape.
It
dude.
sounded like it on your Snapchat.
Yeah, a bunch of fucking, oh, God loves me more. Fuck you, bitch.
Nice.
Yeah, call me later. Love you, bye.
Love you, bye. So that's what it's like to be best friends with Luke.
How fun.
Yeah, he just got it off his chest, got back to it.
Wise. I'm glad everybody got to see that.
I think he said if you go to BYU, your mom's a hoe, I think is the short of it.
Amen. Now, does anybody remember what I was talking about?
Nope.
Meat cleaver.
Okay.
Oh, I remember. Was once I think she said thank you or something. I said you said daddy wrong at one point, and she giggled like a schoolgirl.
That's fun.
And I didn't laugh.
This smooth, yeah. You did. Dustin's
You know.
hearing this going, you checked your bitch. You checked your bitch.
Oh, it was so nice, dude. I can't wait to have a bitch to check.
That is fucking nice. Dustin said the coolest thing today. I sent the Sin Dogs that Snapchat, a separate Snapchat of being in the orange truck and getting weighed. And Dustin responded and said, my cool friends have cool friends.
True that.
I was like, dude, that's really all we're doing.
It doesn't stop.
A bunch of fucking cool kids that grouped up and were like, yo, this works for us.
Hey guys,
Let's keep
are you
doing
all
this a
cooler
while.
than everybody? Me too. Let's roll.
And just know, even if we include you, but you're not inner circle, we talk shit about you behind your back.
And even if we love you, we talk shit about you behind your
Yeah,
back.
we go, this guy thinks he's a cool kid.
We're
What a
honestly the
fucking
worst group
nerd.
of friends.
Yeah.
We fight physically once a week.
Uh-huh.
Like we break shit, chairs,
First
walls,
rule of
doors.
Fight Club, you have to fuck the loser or something, whatever. I
Yeah,
haven't
we
watched the movie in a while, but it's something like that.
we hurt each other physically and emotionally.
Yeah, I like to give a good, what does that guy say in that YouTube video? Grab his dick and twist it.
Did you say that?
Yeah, and I'll fucking twist a pee-pee, dude.
Really?
Okay, yeah, fuck yeah.
I
2 at a
think-
time even. But I got big arms I can handle. That'd be a little much for you. I'd start with one.
I know. I'd get all my arms would get cockeyed.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about if you could stretch your penis out like taffy and then tie it.
Do
to
you
like a
think-
ceiling fan.
That'd be fun as hell. You're driving down the road and it's just waving in your sunroof. But I wonder if you ended up gay, if you would spiral with the same depression that you do now. Like if you couldn't get your boyfriend hard, you'd be like, it's fucking me. I'm a problem. No one likes me.
Yeah, you know what my
Kevin wouldn't even get hard. This is fucking. I'm never gonna find love.
You know what my mom said today? I said, yeah, I was telling Yancey I was lonely and I wish I had a girlfriend. And he said, yeah, well, when you get a girlfriend, you just complain because she's probably not right for you. And then when you don't have one, you complain because you want one. My mom goes, he really tells it like it is, doesn't he? I said, yeah, he kind of does.
Yeah, well, just trying to take some of the stress off what we're currently feeling. Like, hey, you could find her right now, and tomorrow you're going to go, you know what this dumb bitch said yesterday? I was riding around rapping, smoking weed, and this stupid bitch didn't get it.
Dumb bitches. But I'll tell you this. Oh, it allowed me to break free of that a little bit. Go, oh, yeah, it'll all just happen when it's supposed to. I know that. Just be you. So then I've had 2 nice days.
That was the goal. And then we got off the phone, and I said the N-word a bunch.
Yeah, I know.
Just for the love of the game. Just into the abyss. Just in these 4 walls, no recording. Just shouted the N-word because someone's got to do it.
That's what you think, dude. Pulls out a
Bumping
dictaphone.
those-
Fucking I've been heard the whole time.
Got him.
Okay, well.
Have you ever gone back and listened to like the first 2 or 3 times we've recorded? Like, because I think there was an hour or 2 that never made it on the air, and it was I don't think it was very savory stuff.
Probably not. No, I haven't returned. I got it here,
It
though.
was probably pretty bad.
We could bring it out for your birthday
And shout
party.
out, just so everyone knows, Braxton's not racist, even though he uses the N-word more than anyone in the world. It's just fun for him. It's nothing to do. It doesn't reflect his beliefs. So I'd like to make that clear.
I don't say...
Also, he showed us that you can just smoke joints in any bathroom with a fan in the world. Who goes outside? What the fuck? Jesus Christ.
Well, outside,
gives you something to do for the 3 minutes the shower's getting hot.
Outside's nice,
Mm-hmm.
but when I date a girl who lives across the street from the halfway house.
Mm-hmm.
And it ain't right to be walking around puffing on crawn right next to a halfway house. The Bible says, don't do anything that'll make your brothers, trip and fall and sin.
And I wonder if sometimes things are easier in my life because I don't know all that shit the Bible says. So I don't do things and then have to feel
That's called
guilty
religious
for it.
shame.
Yeah, nice. You've known a bit about it, huh?
Yeah, dude, well, we're finally figuring it out. All these poor people, dude, they go, I think part of what happens, and I'm not talking about having a sincere connection with God or the source or the universe or whatever, but I am talking about sometimes I think people can have too many skeletons in their closet, too many little demons that they're like, have shame about.
And you just keep your husband from the jet ski dealership in your closet.
Mm-hmm.
Different closet. Okay.
Do I keep him away from the jet ski dealership, or did I get him at the jet ski dealership?
You met him at the jet ski dealership. You were just looking for some Sea-Doo parts.
Okay.
You weren't looking for love this day.
I thought you were
That's
saying-
why it's
I
romantic.
thought
You
you were
walked
saying-
in just looking for some spark plugs, and he said, I know you.
I thought you were saying I keep my gay husband, I keep him from the Ski-Doo dealership or the snow.
No, you keep him from us, but you don't stop him from going to work. He loves his job. You wouldn't do that to Kevin.
I thought I had
His light shines when he's selling jet skis, and you know that. When he's on, he's on.
I thought that Kevin was had a problem with buying jet skis and maybe meeting men at the jet ski dealership.
I should have been clearer. He's a sales consultant. That's my bad. He works for the dealership.
That makes so much sense. And my closet, you say.
And you just went down looking for a bright yellow jet ski and came home with the love of your
Wasn't
life.
even anything gay about it at all. Until we got home.
Oh, yeah.
Then it got super gay.
Well, something about buying a yellow jet ski will make you want to fuck a man, I think.
It'll make you want to put something in your ass. Let me
That's
say
part
this.
of it.
We can get too many skeletons in our closet like this one.
Yep.
And if nobody knows about it and we look at God and we go to church and we have this spiritual experience and we tell him and he says, you're forgiven, which is really maybe your subconscious forgiving your conscious self. And then we don't ever do anything else with that ever. We never did any therapy. We never learned any skills. We never worked through it. Then this becomes a relationship that I don't think is very holy. Do you know what I mean? Where it's you are the only one that knows my secrets, and so I'll just stay here. Mm-hmm. And I think God kind of tells you to look around, do some sniffing, figure some shit out, live some life. Mm-hmm. We're not just keeping this here. For
I got the
just you and
sniffing
me.
around part down.
Do you know what I mean?
That's actually got me in a
I
little
don't know if
trouble
I'm making
with God.
any sense at all.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I think it makes sense for
I'm
sure.
smart as fuck.
Yeah, well, you're all right. You're also fucking autistic, have Down syndrome, and whatever self-diagnosis you found this week in the first 5 pages of a book you're reading. But we're getting there. So I started reading a book, and it turns out my whole life is upside down. And we start changing things. Well, maybe pump the brekes, cowboy. Let's get to chapter 5 before we start doing some big changing, huh?
I opened up Introduction to Family Systems the other day and saw that I was halfway through it. And I went, wow, I read half this book and it's been 30% of my personality for the last year. What if I can finish that fucker?
Well, the good news is, and I think the silver lining in that is when things get bad and you're unhappy, you just need to remember the thing about yourself where you can just get a random book and be someone else.
And then I feel better. Well, no, I'm me. When I read, every time I open it, I go, oh, that's what I fucking needed to hear. This. I feel so much better.
Does Kevin read with you?
Well, he reads Braille because he's blind.
Oh, fair enough. God, that makes selling jet skis a son of a bitch, huh?
Yeah,
Talk about getting kicked in the nuts 3 times. You're blind, sell jet skis, and you're gay?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But he's a wizard with his hands.
Or maybe that's the life hack.
Fuck
Maybe
you.
I should be gay and quit Synergy and go work at a jet ski dealership. And even in the wintertime, I still just hang out by the jet skis. And no one wants to buy a jet ski.
You do good in a jet ski
just,
dealership.
Y'all want a jet ski? And they're like, I'm here for a summer. I'm like, come on, I got jet skis.
You'd be a good on the corner jet ski salesman. Sorry for saying fuck you. I said that being blind made him a wizard with his hands.
Nice.
Because of the reading Braille.
Did you? So you're talking about?
It was just I worked up to it.
Or is it like more than a hand job? Is it like he can really read your posture and give you good back massages?
You just shit right on my punchline when I went to say.
Yeah, well, talk faster, be better. I told Braden to start a movement.
Do
better, be better.
I'm trying to talk slower.
Yeah, well, I don't think you are. I think you just talked slow enough that it costed you one time, and now you're lashing out at me. You weren't the first one to finish what you were saying, and now you're just saying, "Hey, fucker, listen to me."
Not true. I waited for a good in, and then I took it, and you didn't pick up on the.
So I thought about what you said. Still disagree. I tried.
Fuck, dude, you really are rubber and I'm glue.
Yep. I wanted it to work, but I ran the numbers and you're wrong.
All right, well, this is an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to call it rubber and glue. I'm going to edit out the part where you said Matt Mason. Maybe the part where you called Braden out for fucking... Sorry for...
You should just do a couple of bleeps, but leave it in, and we'll have a laugh.
That's probably what we'll do.
Or, if you're going to edit it out, just... Snapchat it and send it to him with saying, "I'm going to cut this out for you." I don't care if anyone else hears it. I want Braden to hear it.
Well, that's why we said it.
Yeah.
Smart thinking, man.
Yeah, it's fun.
And good popcorn.
Great popcorn.
All right. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody.
Like, subscribe, share.
Comment.
Tell your friends. Yes, comment. If you don't, I'm going to kill myself. So hopefully see you next week.
And go outside and get some sunshine. It's fucking the best thing you can do for yourself.
Tan your fucking taint.